Hey you guys, how are you all doing today? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Tarte Hydro Sealer Concealer from their C line. And I just want to say that I feel like Tarte really missed the ball in naming this concealer because it's from their C line. It's a concealer. I really want to call it, and I feel like it should have been called Concealer. I know that's silly, but it was right there in front of them. Concealer and C. Why didn't they name this concealer? I don't know. It's called the Hydro Sealer, so I guess we'll just go with that. It's supposed to be a hydrating concealer, medium coverage, but I am disappointed with that. Maybe the name was already copyrighted or patented or something, but come on, it was right there, right in their clutches. But alas, that is not what it is named. This is what I'm going to be reviewing today, along with the new Hydro Sealer sponge. So I got that to try out. It was part of like a little set that we'll talk about, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it lasts. We'll do a little wear test. It's supposed to be a little medium coverage, supposed to be hydrating, and my dry skin would really like to see if it actually is hydrating. So we're going to jump into that, but before we do, I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing to my channel here by clicking that little red button down below. At any point in time in this video, you don't have to decide right now, but you know, if you're watching me and you're like, hey, I might want to see more from this gal, just go ahead and hit that red button. And while you're at it, make sure that little bell is tapped right next to the subscribe button. That way YouTube actually notifies you when I post more videos, which 3 times a week, all beauty related and all cruelty free as well. But enough chit chat, enough jibber jabbing. If you would like to see how this concealer stacks up, how it wears, how everything goes with it, then you're in the right place. And all you need to do now is sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Boop. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my face. I'm just gonna be using the Tarte Quench Primer. I love this primer. I feel like it's super nice and it's nice and hydrating too. Now, everything I'm gonna be using today are products that I already know and love. That way, if something goes awry, I know I can pinpoint, the culprit of it, and the only new product today will be the concealer. So there we go. And then with that being said, the foundation of choice today will be the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. I love that one so much, so that's what I'll be using. But before I go in with this, we are gonna go in with the concealer because I have some discoloration on my cheeks and I like to cover that up ahead of time. So let me bust this open. Got the shade 20N, which is their light neutral shade, which I tend to be in all of them. I am in the Amazonian Clay, although they call that 22N, so I'm hoping that they're the same. Oh my goodness, that is a lot darker. Oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe just the bottle makes it look a lot darker. Well, let's see how it goes because it's what's in the swatch that counts, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's probably fine, at least for underneath my foundation where I like to cover up right here. I don't know how great it will be at like giving that brightening type of effect underneath my eyes. I might need to get a shade a little bit lighter for that. How weird. Do you guys see this? Look at how much darker that looks. And then when I pull it out, it looks lighter. That is a mind game right there. And then on here, it's fine. So I mean, we can't look at them in stores anyways, but in the future, when you can see these in stores, don't be deceived. I don't know what's doing that. Anyways, so like I talked about at the beginning, on one side of my face, I will be using the Hydro Sealer sponge. I already dampened it, so it expanded quite large, almost basically the size of a regular blender. So maybe because it's like so pointed and nice, the shape of it actually is quite nice. It's flat on one side as you see, and then it has that nice tip. So I do like the shape. I wouldn't have normally bought this. However, it came as a set right now on Tarte Cosmetics website. So I'll blend this out and we'll talk about that. Normally the sponge by itself is $16, which I'm not about that. I love my Shop Miss AOA Studio sponges that are like $1.50. But Tarte on their website right now has this as a set for the same price as just the concealer. So I got the sponge for free. It's $24 for the concealer and $16 for the sponge. But if you buy them together as their set that they have on there, it's $24. So sponge for free. That blended really nicely, you guys. That was super simple, super easy. Let me take the brush on the other side, see if it blends just as easily and if I get a little bit more coverage. Now this is only supposed to have a medium coverage, so I'm not going to be trying to compare it to Shape Tape coverage because that's not what it offers, but I do want to see how it wears, how it looks, and see if it's buildable or anything like that. Okay, so side by side, both of them blended very easily. Not surprisingly though, the brush side does have a little bit more coverage, a little bit. Let me just see if I can build it up a little bit more. I feel like right now it's definitely light to medium, more on the medium side, but not full medium. I do see like all my freckles still popping through, a couple of little red spots. So I do want to see if I could build it up to like a full medium. It just, the little component just feels nice too. I don't know what it is about this cute little thing that I like it. Oh, that is so simple to blend out. And look it's not completely caked on my sponge. And this sponge that I threw across the room. And I should say that this sponge is super bouncy. It doesn't feel rough or anything. It does feel very nice. I don't know if I would, you know, replace my normal sponge. I feel like this could just be like a foundation and concealer sponge. So I wouldn't, you know, it's large. It could do a full foundation, I'm sure. And let's do over here, see if this side layers nicely. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I do still want to take the sponge and just gently roll it so I don't like leave too much product from the brush. That's what I just typically do anyways. But both sides are looking pretty nice. Definitely a medium coverage now. Yeah, very true to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on this foundation and then let's go ahead and conceal the rest of the areas. Now this foundation, in case you don't know, is pretty buildable. It's like a full coverage if I let it be, but I kept it a little bit lighter today since this whole theme is more of a medium coverage. I didn't cake it on too much. So let's go in with that concealer. I am getting more and more excited for this. The wand is a little bit pointy for my liking. That's kind of nitpicking, but that's kind of what we're here to do, right? I'm like having to dip it a lot. Doesn't seem like it deposits or picks up the product as nicely. Have some other concealers that maybe I'm just spoiled now. I think I'm used to that major like doe foot applicator. So again, half my face, let's go in with the sponge. That's a very pleasant sponge, honestly. I'm surprised. I was like expecting to really just be like, okay, whatever, but this is a nice sponge and I'm excited that I got it for free with the concealer. So if you're gonna order any of these, see if Tarte Cosmetics still has this. I'll link it down in the description box if they do. I mean, of course, we have to wait and see how it goes today, but you know, I'm liking the sponge. All right, here is the true test. Okay, I'm seeing a difference. Yeah, just not crazy full coverage, but you know what? It is adding a little bit of brightness. Man, that trips me out. I noticed when I was looking at the swatches that the colors do seem a little bit different than their normal ones, but maybe because it's not such a full coverage, then it's fine. So that's the sponge side. Looking pretty good. Looking very like hydrated, right? It's supposed to look hydrated. That's awesome. Okay, let me blend out with the brush on this side. Interesting. I'm a little bit blown away. This looks really just nice. Hopefully it's coming off on camera the way I see it. I feel like my skin looks very radiant, very glowy, not like shimmery or anything like that. Just very healthy. Dare I say plump? Like it just looks really good. And I'm not used to my skin looking so healthy looking with the makeup on without everything done and setting sprays and everything. I'm really liking that look. I really am. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my face makeup so you guys can see how everything marries together. I'm still gonna be using somewhat glowy products. I'll be using the e.l.f. Halo Setting Powder to keep this level. I'm gonna be using the Tarte Bronzy Cream Bronzer, and then, you know, everything else I'll list down in the description box. But yeah, hopefully it'll keep this, because I'm gonna say it one more time. My skin looks nice. But do I need to set it? Yes. Personally, I don't like to have this sticky feeling that it has, and it does have that. So I'm definitely going to set it. So I'll be back in a sec. So this is with everything else, and I'm still really enjoying this finish of it. Definitely medium coverage, as you can like see a little bit of the darkness underneath my eyes, but medium coverage, that is pretty typical. And I am liking it a lot. I'm not seeing any kind of creasing or weirdness going on. It's just looking real good, you guys, looking real good. But now it's time to go on to the wear test, because the wear test is where we really find out how everything wears, how it all works out. If it starts getting weird and gross and everything, then it's just not going to be very good. So I will see you guys in a second when it's been on my face for a while. It's been about 6 hours now. We just got back from a big walk around the neighborhood. It was super sunny out, so I thought now would be a good time to jump on. Let's do an update. Let's see how everything is looking so far. And I'm also in front of my bedroom window, where a little bit of natural light still coming through, so I thought you guys could see everything in some natural lighting. I feel like it's looking pretty good though. The coverage is maintained. So I'm really excited for that. The wearing of it so far has been really good. I'm not seeing any kind of breaking up or rolling into smile lines, nothing like that. It's looking really good. I'm super, super excited. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make dinner now. There's gonna be lots of heat involved and steam and all of that. So we'll see how everything holds up, and then I will check in with you guys right before I wash it off before bed. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We are at the 10-hour mark. I am exhausted. I am ready for bed, but let's do this check-in really quickly. I am not seeing any issues, you guys. I am still really liking the way my face makeup looks, my skin looks, still have that radiant glow. It didn't really get much more dewy looking after my last check-in, even though like I was sweating. It got really hot when I was cooking, okay? We don't have the AC going or anything. It was hot in the kitchen, hot outside, and my makeup looks pretty undisturbed. Like it doesn't, I don't see any issues to like really say anything negatively about. Like maybe I see a little bit of tiny like texturing a little bit right here, but that's not really any different than like a normal 10-hour day would be with my regular products, you know? And then same thing around my nose, like a little powdery looking right there, like a tiny bit, but chin looks good, forehead looks good, under eyes look great. Ugh. No complaints. Okay, Tarte. Okay, Tarte. I'm excited. I was trying to think of like what I could compare this to, of like a medium coverage that lasts this long with maintaining coverage and also not getting weird. There's not many other ones that I can think of. Even the Kosas one I'm testing right now and trying to do like a really thorough review on, and I don't feel like it doesn't last this long. No. This looks really good, you guys. All right, you guys, that is it for my little review of the Tarte Hydro Sealer Concealer. Still feel like they missed out on that name, Hydro Concealer, but I'll eventually get over it, I guess. I might just keep calling it that for myself in my brain. Let me know down in the comments below if this is a concealer that you were interested in picking up. I will continue to test it and try it out with different foundations and stuff and update you guys in the future how it all goes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a great time to hit that little red button down below. That way you don't miss out on future videos, whether it pertains to this or other beauty related products, and then make sure that bell is tapped right next to the subscribe button. That way you actually get notified when I post more videos, which is 3 times a week. But you guys, thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope that every single one of you out there, please have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, beautiful, happy, lovely day.